AI is like giving a toddler a flamethrower and calling it innovation, because it looks impressive until the house is on fire. Everyone is showing demos, prompts, and shiny screenshots, but nobody is asking who pays when it breaks at 3 a.m. This video is about that gap, the space between easy AI and ruined companies. If you have ever felt behind because job titles keep changing faster than your LinkedIn headline, stay here. The trick is not learning every tool, it's learning which problems never stop existing. By the end, you'll know where the real work is hiding and why it's quieter than the hype. Drop a comment right now with the most confusing AI thing your job expects you to understand. Job titles are history books written late, not maps written early, and that messes with careers. Companies don't invent roles because they are visionary. They invent them because something already hurts. HR borrows names from the past, recruiters copy what worked before, and suddenly everyone sounds outdated. Meanwhile, the actual work keeps evolving under the surface without permission. That's why new roles exist long before they get a name. If you have ever done work that didn't match your title, that wasn't a mistake. Tell the comments if your current role secretly contains 3 other jobs. AI made this worse because the work changed overnight, but the org charts didn't. One day you are experimenting, the next day executives want reliability, savings, and no headlines. Nobody updates titles that fast because titles are safe and reality is not. So people feel behind even when they are doing cutting-edge work already. This confusion is why career advice online feels useless or contradictory. The opportunity hides inside this mismatch. Comment if your company says AI is strategic, but nobody owns it. Instead of predicting job names, focus on the forces bending the work. AI is moving from fun demos into production systems that customers actually touch. Systems are also getting more connected, which means one change now breaks 5 things. Cost, risk, and reliability suddenly matter more than flashy features, and there are fewer pure builders because someone has to connect everything together. Complexity creates new roles, even when nobody announces them. If this feels familiar, hit the comments with a yes. When AI runs in production, failure is no longer theoretical, it is public. A bad model output can become a legal issue, a trust issue, or a revenue issue in one click. Interconnected systems mean outages spread faster than blame. Leadership stops asking what is possible and starts asking what is safe. This is where the pain concentrates and where careers quietly grow. Not in the demo, but in the aftermath. Say in the comments which of these scares your team the most. The first role absorbing this pain is the AI workflow integrator. This person connects AI tools to real business workflows instead of slide decks. They make AI observable, so you can see when it drifts, fails, or lies. They make it safe, so one weird prompt doesn't become a crisis meeting. The reason this role exists is simple. AI is easy to demo, hard to operate. If you have ever glued scripts together so leadership could call it automation, you have done this job. Comment if this sounds uncomfortably close to your day. The second role is the developer productivity engineer, and it sounds boring until everything breaks. Their job is reducing friction for everyone else who builds things. They care about build times, test cycles, pipelines, and tools that don't fight you. As teams scale, productivity drops unless someone owns the system around the work. This role quietly saves millions by saving minutes. Most companies notice them only after they are gone. If slow tooling drains your soul, say it in the comments. The third role is the system's reliability or resilience lead. They design for things going wrong instead of pretending they won't. They think about uptime, recovery, and blast radius before the outage happens. Modern systems don't fail often, but when they do, they fail loudly and publicly. This role turns chaos into drills and surprises into checklists. When done well, nobody notices them at all. Comment if your team learns only after incidents. The fourth role is the data infrastructure owner, not the dashboard hero. They own the plumbing that moves, cleans, and verifies data across systems. Their focus is accuracy, availability, and trust, not pretty charts. Bad data decisions are worse than slow decisions, especially with AI on top. When data lies, AI lies faster and louder. This role prevents that quietly every day. If you have fixed pipelines nobody thanked you for, drop a comment. The fifth role is the AI governance or risk engineer, and it exists whether companies admit it or not. They make sure AI systems are compliant, auditable, and defensible. They translate regulation, policy, and ethics into actual system design. At scale, AI becomes a legal and reputational risk, not just a technical one. This role protects the company when enthusiasm outruns judgment. It will never be glamorous, but it will always be necessary. Comment if your org pretends this is someone else's problem. All these roles have something uncomfortable in common. They are about trade-offs, integration, and long-term impact, not shipping features. The work is invisible when done well and obvious only when missing. They live between teams, not inside one roadmap. Titles rarely reward this work early, but systems do. The more mature a system gets, the more valuable invisible work becomes. Say in the comments which of these roles you are drifting toward. This is the calming part most videos skip. You are not late, you are early to work that hasn't been named yet. You don't need to chase every tool or rebrand yourself every quarter. You need to understand where complexity creates pain and learn to relieve it. That skill compounds across industries and tech stacks. Careers grow by absorbing responsibility, not hype. Comment if this takes pressure off you. If you want leverage, start mapping where AI touches real workflows around you. Notice where reliability, cost, or trust conversations keep repeating. Volunteer to connect systems. Document failure paths or clean data nobody wants. Ask questions about risk that others avoid because they sound boring. These moves look small, but signal maturity fast. They also future-proof your role without a title change. Tell the comments which step you'll try first. Remember, job titles lag reality, but pay and influence follow solved problems. Companies reward the people who keep things from breaking, not the ones who made the first demo. Artificial intelligence will keep getting easier, which means the surrounding work gets more valuable. This is why fear-driven career advice misses the point. Control comes from understanding systems, not predicting buzzwords. If this reframed how you see your job, say so below. Stay to the end, because the last idea is the quiet advantage. The quiet advantage is becoming the person who makes powerful things boring and safe. That is how trust is built and careers last. You don't need permission to start doing this work, only awareness. AI is easy. Keeping it from ruining your company is the job, and that job is already here. Take a breath, pick the pain, and lean into it calmly. Drop your thoughts and disagreements in the comments, because that's where the real learning shows up, grounded by how large-scale systems and responsible recommendations actually operate. A lot of the conversations here are about building skills and making intentional career moves. That same theme shows up in a small shop I run with merch centered on tech culture and professional and personal growth. It's meant for people who take their work seriously, but don't need to broadcast it loudly. Wearing something like that can be a small reminder of why you started. Some people find that motivating in day-to-day work life. The shop is linked in the description if you want to see what's there. Found this valuable? Watch our playlists for more practical, expert-level insights on digital transformation and leading your career into the next era of growth. And don't forget to share this video with anyone who needs a clearer strategy. Knowledge is power, and the more people who understand this, the more successful your organization will be. Simplify the tech, amplify the impact.